Hey everyone, Tony D here with Screenwriter's Rant on Jesus Revolution, starring Kelsey Grammer and Joel Courtney. It's another boomer movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's what? It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 now. Available at Amazon.com. I will be at the Westville Brewery tonight at 7 p.m. for a hangout. It's going to be a hangout, bit cash. And I will have books and comics and all my usual stuff. So it should be a fun time. And you can ask me questions about the Jersey Devil. All right. So once again, they're making another movie about Woodstock because the boomers just won't stop. I think we're not in the generation of the boomers making movies about it. I think we're in the generation of the sons and daughters of the boomers making movies about it because, you know, they just don't have any ideas of their own. Because they're the sons and daughters of people who have no ideas and no talent, apparently, but I guess this is based on a true story. So, whatever. Bunch of hippies back in the day come to a church. I mean, it's a positive message. So the pastor lets them in, and then his church grows because before it wasn't growing, it was just full of old people, but he lets in the hippies, and the old guys are upset. And he takes Jesus to heart, and he acts like a hippie, and suddenly the church is full of people, and it's all full of love, and it's all good. I mean, look, it's a positive message. There's room for everyone. Okay. I guess, you know, it seems like a positive kind of movie, you know, if it doesn't get too woke, I guess. You know, I don't know. I am suspicious. But maybe it's a positive movie about religion for once. Maybe they're going to turn the tide here. I don't know. Let's see what it says. See if there's a synopsis here. Only in theaters? No, there's no synopsis. It's from Lionsgate. February 2023. I don't know, man. February is where they dump the movies. It's the dumping ground for movies. I mean, look, 1969. Think about it. 1969. That was, let's see, 22 plus 31. That was 53 years ago. All right? So the young hip people in this movie, they would all have to be in their 60s and 70s. So are they going to come see the movie? Are people from that era going to come see the movie? I'm not. I'm too young for that era, right? I was 3 years old. I don't remember any of this. I saw the fallout from it afterwards, and the fallout was a ton of documentaries of how amazing Woodstock was, and books about how amazing Woodstock was, and how the hippie revolution was everything, and blah, blah, blah. How we changed the world for peace and love, man. And then everybody took drugs, and you had the disco era, and then it was bad. So, who's this movie for? Is this another movie about the same era that Hollywood does again and again and again? You know, at least Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's movie takes place around the same era. At least it was, I don't know, a little different take, a little more exciting. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It looks relatively watchable and positive, but I don't know, man. There's some stuff in here that they're going to sneak in and wokeness. That's what I'm very suspicious of. I'm suspicious of every movie and its wokeness. But we'll see. You're trying to tell me that Hollywood decided, oh, let's make a movie called The Jesus Revolution. It's going to be a positive movie about Christians embracing the hippie movement. Okay. I don't know, man. Everybody in Hollywood seems to hate religion. So you're telling me people who are openly hostile to the Christian religion just made a big budget movie extolling it? Seems like there's a bait and switch here. And I'm going to guess that the bait and switch is it's not so much the religion, it's about the progressivism. That's just my guess, right? See, there he had a church and all that Jesus stuff was there, but it didn't really bring people in until they brought in the progressives, until they brought in the hippies. That might be the message. I don't know. I'm not a church guy, so I don't know if this is a real thing or they just made it up. I think it's a real thing. The logo looks familiar. Kelsey Grammer looks fine, I guess. But we'll see. Would I see it? No. I'm not a religious guy. Usually don't see religious movies. And since I am suspicious, I would definitely wait for some press on this, some buzz to hear, is it any good? What was the story really about? Are they pulling some sort of bait and switch like I just outlined? I mean, I like Kelsey Grammer. Seems like an okay movie. It doesn't seem particularly funny or dramatic or whatever. It just seems like a nice, positive movie. Maybe. I am suspicious. So first act, Kelsey Grammer has a church, but it's failing. And it's the 60s. The turbulent 60s. 1969. And the other character is this kid who gets invited to Woodstock by a hot chick who looks way too clean to be a hippie, by the way. Hippies were kind of grungy. And her hair looks a little wrong. Doesn't look like hippie hair. Anyhow, they go to Woodstock. I guess they watch it on TV, and their church is dying. It's full of old people. It wasn't a hip vibe. I mean, they could have made this movie in the 70s. So he prays that God will bring him a hippie so he could try to understand. All right, so that's the first act. Second act, the hippie comes. He's a hippie pastor, and they talk, and it's uncomfortable, but eventually he realizes that I got to reach young people. I got to reach out. I got to be like Jesus, and he does. He invites the hippies in, and at first the old people, they don't like that. They don't like hippies coming into the church space, and the old congregation, they don't like it. He's going to stick by his guns, and they try to tell him, these people are barefoot. It's outrageous. And then he washes their feet, which is a very Jesus thing to do. Then I guess the what is this? For God so loved the world. Okay, what's it say in the background? The grass withers, the flowers. I can't read that one. So they got Bible quotes on the wall. They've got black people in the church, and there's a authoritarian, too stuffy. You get out of your 50s mindset because that's relevant today. And then they bring in music, and suddenly he's having a good time, and they open their hearts, and then they're baptizing everybody. See, that logo looks very familiar. That's from something. And it all is good time, and then we land on the moon, and it was a great time. We came out of this great. What went wrong? Jesus Revolutions, from the creator of I Can Only Imagine. I don't know what that is. So it's a boomer movie for boomers, but I don't think there's enough of an audience of boomers for this. I really don't. I mean, I don't think this movie will do well. You're telling me this is going to connect with the kids? These kids are going to be like, I guess my grandparents did this. Again, they're in their 60s and 70s. Okay. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and the dogs somewhere in the background. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. Don't forget to come to the Westville Brewery tonight at 7 to 9 p.m. for a hangout. And I'll be at other places on the weekend. I'll be at, where the hell am I going here? Classic Books at Trenton, 11 a.m. on Saturday. And the Harvest Festival in Point Pleasant on Sunday at 1 p.m. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you in the next one.